everyone, it's me, Tiffany, and I am here today with week 3 of Inktober. So, day 15 of Inktober, the prompt was mysterious, and I decided to draw the Tooth Fairy. But I didn't want to go with just any old ordinary Tooth Fairy. I wanted the bad Tooth Fairy. The one that steals your treats. So you just saw there was my left-handed drawing, which was my practice. And now, this is my final piece. She doesn't have a name yet, but she likes to sneak into children's rooms and steal the tooth without leaving any money. The next day, on the 16th, the prompt was fat. And I didn't draw anything because, well, it just didn't need much of a practice. I drew this little ink blob, and really there wasn't any drawing required. What I did was just lay down some water and let the ink run into each other. I placed some red and some blue, and I wanted to have them mingle together and make purple. Then I gave him a face and some arms, and he's holding a paintbrush, which is dripping ink, and he's holding an ink bottle as well. Admittedly, he didn't turn out quite as I had hoped. The paper just soaked up the ink, and even though I know that's what's going to happen, I still like to try it or work with it just because I really like the way it looks. So here's my left-handed sketch for day 17. And the prompt was, if I remember right, graceful. I'm checking right now. Yes, it's graceful. I really wanted to make a monster ballerina. So I wanted her proportions to be a little bit off because she is a monster. So I drew her, and I went with very basic coloring. I used brown ink to draw her, and a red floor and her ballerina shoes. And again, like I said, I wanted her proportions to be a little off, so her legs are a little stubby at the bottom, so giving her kind of longer legs up here, a slightly long torso. Admittedly, I am terrible at drawing hands, so this didn't turn out quite like I would have liked to have seen. Day 18, let me get my left-handed sketch. If I remember right, the prompt was filthy. And I really wanted to draw a garbage monster. Then I remembered that I drew the pollution monster underwater. So I was really trying to think of a different way to draw this monster. And I thought of garbage cans. So I drew this mean little guy. He's holding a cup in one hand and a piece of garbage in the other. And he's got a few pieces of garbage sticking out of his head. His lid's hanging out, and he's just all banged up, and he's not happy about it. Day 19, the prompt was cloud. And I gotta tell you, I really struggled with this idea at first. But I ended up coming up with this storm cloud idea. So I drew different gun type prototypes and then an angry cloud. And this is the guy I came up with. This is how storms get made. So he's got his little lightning stick and his thunder stick. And he's just going to town making his noise and his lightning. Day 20, it was actually another one I really struggled with. The prompt was deep, and on this day, I gotta tell you, I wasn't feeling that great. I felt kind of sick. The pain is really bad, and I slept through most of the day. And I woke up and realized the time, it was late, and pretty much I just wanted to get something down. So I wrote down a couple ideas: deep set eyes, deep in thought, and then later I thought a gargoyle statue. I also thought about deep fried, but I ended up obviously going with the gargoyle statue. And I kind of thought of that deep in thought statue of the man who's kneeling down, I think, and he's got his head on his fist, and he's just, thinking. So that's sort of what I went with here to get that idea. Day 21, let me see, was that yesterday? No. Day 21, I believe the prompt was furious. Yeah, day 21 was furious. So, I absolutely love bananas. They are my favorite food of all time, and I can no longer eat them. I magically developed an allergy to them. Sorry, I had to take a drink. So, that made me pretty furious. So I decided to draw a furious banana king. And he's got his little scepter, he's wearing his crown, his chair. The background, I added a little bit of brick detail. I've got a bowl of fruit by his chair. He's a little bit browning in spots. The inking around his face kind of smeared a little bit when I colored him in. But I gotta tell you, honestly, I'm pretty happy with this guy. He makes me laugh quite a bit. Yesterday's prompt, showed you a sneak peek. Yesterday's prompt was trail. And going again with the monsters and things that I don't like, I went with beans. I don't like beans. So I wasn't thinking, and I accidentally sketched out one bean with my right hand. So then I realized what I was doing, and I did it again in my left hand. Drew some flames. This little guy is leaving a trail of fire in his wake because he's a bean, he's evil. And when I finished the sketch, I also gave him a little toot toot cloud coming out from behind him, and I wrote the evil bean, because to me beans are very, very evil. I haven't liked any kind of bean, and I do mean any kind of bean, since I was a kid. I've never liked them. So anyways, he, again, just like the banana, he makes me laugh. Is he the most technical and the most difficult to draw? No, not at all. But he's a basic shape, and it was hard to, get too detailed and all that. So there is week 3, one more week to go. I am 1.5 more weeks to go, really. I'm super proud with myself. I've kept up, and I've stuck with it, and I was really concerned that I wouldn't, because the last time I tried to do this, I fell behind, and the more I tried to catch up, the more discouraged I got, and I just didn't finish. So I'm really happy to be where I am. I'm up to date. I'm not playing catch up, and yeah, week 3 done. I'll see you guys with week 4's updates when it's time. Have a great day, everyone, and thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you do like it, and have a blessed day. Bye.